Good morning, friends. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day outside. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. Makes me happy. I open the windows. That's fantastic. Did it yesterday too. Aired out my house. That was nice. Yesterday we talked about change and how change is inevitable. It's the constant in the world, and that what we really need is something that doesn't change, and that something is God, is Jesus, because Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Today I want to read out of this devotional. My friend Mary gave it to me. It's called Be Still. 90 Devotions for the Hopeful Heart by Clary Sherry. I think that's how you say that. I hope I didn't botch her name. But anyway, it goes right along with what we talked about yesterday. It's called Don't Borrow for Tomorrow. Or Don't Borrow from Tomorrow. Matthew 6:34. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. There it goes again. We keep reaching for it. Our hands are full of today's responsibilities, and yet we strain to try to reach into the jar of tomorrow. What's in there, we wonder? Can I handle it, we ponder? We presume to and do our best to predict and conclude accordingly. We begin toiling, rocking back and forth, trying to make a plan, gathering treasures and hoping there'll be enough, all based on our best guess as what the future could possibly hold. When the Lord told us that His grace is sufficient for our weakness, He meant within the confines of one day, just today. He instructed us to remain in the present because our ability to remain hopeful when we would begin assuming and assessing is minuscule. We have no concept of how God will connect the dots or how life will transform by the time tomorrow actually arrives. When we dig into tomorrow, we borrow grief and concern that was never meant for us to carry. The forecast for a day we have never experienced will always seem more daunting. How will I ever have enough money, time, energy to do that? Will I feel this alone? Has God forgotten about this? All these questions plague our minds and invite us to snowball into a roller coaster of tomorrow. This is the reality. Grief will knock. Remember we talked about yesterday that grief reveals us. Reality. This is the reality. Grief will knock, and so will disappointment. Rejection will have its day. Hardship will be our guest at the table. But when they show up, we will be ready. The Lord will have prepared us for such a time, and He will sustain us with each passing day. Reaching into tomorrow's jar is the decision not to embrace what is being offered to us today. As we discipline ourselves in staying in today's time frame, will we realize how lightly we travel? It no longer requires a million bags and a mapped out plan to experience victory. It simply requires trusting Jesus today and not borrowing from tomorrow. I thought that was really fantastic. I think we're all kind of weighted down by what's going to happen in tomorrow. I have a sign in my house. It's right inside my front door. It says, "Don't worry about tomorrow, God's already there." And He's there. He's already there. He's already going before. You don't have to worry about tomorrow. It's too heavy of a load to carry. We just stress ourselves out and make ourselves miserable trying to figure it out. We don't have to figure it out. If Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow, yesterday, today, and forever, then He's got this and we can trust Him. So be still today. Be still and know that God is God and you are not, and you don't have to figure that out, but that you can just take the grace of today. So what are some graces for today? Tell me about them. So far, I woke up on time and made sure that my husband got eggs for breakfast. I was actually late waking up, but I got the breakfast on time. And hot coffee is pretty fantastic in the morning, and it's a beautiful day. Those are all graces. And thankfulness allows us to see all of them. So count them today. Okay. That's my 2 cents, 4 cents. I'm going to now. Have a good one. Bye.